from the home of the Raiders since 2020. We're inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Las Vegas Raiders. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Allegiant Stadium. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Raiders take over first down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. It's incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. Let's go. On the ground, here comes Ashton Genty. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Pick up there of 13. First down, Vegas.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
Another Las Vegas first down.
Come on.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
60 Bison.
On the ground, it's Genty. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
To the left side, and it's crossed by Myers. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Vegas. That is first touchdown this year.
And when things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
Let's go now.
So that challenge, a successful one.
Ready?
Genty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Corey Horton now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On the set. Ready. Hot 70. Mark.
They'll bring Waller in motion here.
Chop 60. Chop 60.
They'll go play action with Milrow. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigma, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down for Cummins.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Lions. Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 32-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And now we're down to the completion.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple of yards pickup.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Viking 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw yet again. This is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick six.
In motion goes Dobbs.
Check, alert, check, check, Panther, alert, roll, alert, check, check.
A run with Dobbins. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. High-headed defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Got it, ready? Track. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are... not able to draw closer.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone. They'll go play action with Darnold. Taking off. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. He separated the man from the football. And it'll bring up third down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, He picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Jake Bates to try a field goal here. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3. The kickoff team is out of the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 7.
Here we go. Stay.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle. That's the tight end, Bowers. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down, Vegas.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A run, Genty. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Raider first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. This one will be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screenplay is, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. He'll look to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
And
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out.
And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Raider. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
The Raiders will line up for the
now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. They'll set a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
On the return, here comes Horton. Great job there by the coverage team. They get him down at the 12.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
To throw on 1st down is Darnold. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 28 yards.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
That'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple yards short of the 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Seattle.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield, but in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Out to his right. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Darnold to the air once more. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. Headed left, buying time. And that is incomplete.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's Darnold again. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will have the Seahawks first down. How about that? A gain of 15 on 4th and 10.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's Dobbins. He slams it in there, and he is in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. To return is Tucker. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. It's second down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here's Horton. Oh, how about that? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. Smith-N-Jigba left side. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This from 45 yards away. He pushed this one to the right. No good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, man, open downfield is Horton. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, 2nd half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Horton. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, here's Darnold. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing, Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Dobbins. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run in the red zone. It's 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Darnold. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Now, Darnold. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go now. Cooking.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the middle. He's got Tucker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is taken in left side by Thornton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Vegas.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, to drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the...
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. He gets free to the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Seahawks. What a time for a pick six for the defense as the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one. The defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right back to the air following that pick six. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 29, here's second down and 6. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's into the hands of Horton. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Raider first down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. Pressure gets there. Down he goes. Derek Hall in there to drop him as he registers sack number 4 on the season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play action now. It's Gino. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders have their punt team out there, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. Ball spot 45. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, son.
To throw is Darnold. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And the defense, come up, stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. Really nice job here by the quarterback, not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
Darnold quickly to Smith and Jigba. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Throw here down the field. With ball, incomplete.
Been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Darnold to throw again. To the goal line and in. Curry, Horton. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now. I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Velus Jones now on the return. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Gino. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. Come up and down, just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Raiders
Run out of the gun for Genty. Not much there, maybe a yard.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. And they got got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll go play action. It's Smith. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the pistol, Smith. First down throw there is incomplete.
So that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
3rd and 2. Here we go.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
From the shotgun, Smith. Drop this one down to Genty, and he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
that's another Las Vegas.
Here's a handoff to Genty, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Thrown quickly, has more on the RPO. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And from Las Vegas, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Genty. And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
A throw there on a 2nd down.
We all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. He'll give it to Dobbins. Oh, a loose football. One of the Raiders has got it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defense.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
Score Seahawks 31, Raiders 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll air one out. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
And this is the tricky element of these deep balls, Mike. You want to hit the guy in stride. You want the touchdown. You want the beautiful highlight play. But sometimes you're better off underthrowing a receiver than you are overthrowing them, because as we see time and time again throughout the league, an underthrown deep ball, more times than not, leads to a pass interference ball. You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. To the left side, and is caught by Horton. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
First down. A gain of 26 yards.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from 52 yards away. Bates' kick is good. And the Seahawks will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Jones now on the return. He'll get as much as he can, protecting the football as he dives to the ground. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Emanwari. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. It looked like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.